Hey everyone, Michelle Gilmartin here today with a new product we have in the store. It's called Patch Attach, which is a fusible permanent adhesive for putting patches on things, and some Poly Patch Twill. These packages come in 3 different color assortments. This is the Brights color assortment, but it also comes in uniform and athletic colors. So Jeannie made these really cute patches. Look at these, aren't these cute? And the Patch Attach is what's going to actually affix them to something. Now, the first thing I thought about was how easy it would be to put a patch on a hat, or you could put a patch on a backpack. Literally, you could put a patch on anything that you can't stick under the sewing machine to embroider. So we're going to take this Free Spirit patch and we're going to put it on this hat. So you can see that the patch was sewn out with the Brights package. All of these, actually, there's the green and the white. I cut a piece of the Patch Attach, just slightly larger than the patch I want to attach. Now, I'm going to have to fuse this, so you're going to want a pressing sheet because you don't trim it prior to fusing, otherwise you might miss part of the outline where you want to actually stick it down to the cap. So I'm just going to take my little mini heat press, and it's about an 8 to 10 second fuse, which is kind of nice. Make sure that you have a pressing sheet there though, because the excess of this square is going to stick to my pressing sheet. I just like to cool things off faster. Okay, so I'm going to pull that off. See, the excess comes off there. And then what I'm going to do now is pull this off. And I'm just going to, when it cools all the way here, I'm just going to trim off the excess. And what this does is allows the Patch Attach to go all the way to the very edge. So if you have edges that are not perfectly round or perfectly square, you'll have a little bit all the way to the edge, which is good, right? So much easier than glue. So much less mess than glue. All right, so our patch here is prepped and ready to go. Let me get the excess stuff out of the way. You see it peels right off of the pressing sheet. Just kind of roll it. Okay, so now I have my hat and I have my patch. I am going to flatten up my bill a little bit so I can get in there and press and flatten my hat down. And I'm going to warm up the spot where I'm going to put the patch, only because I want it to start to stick before I actually press. So I'm just warming it up. It'll just kind of get the glue started. I'm going to fold this in half so I can center it with the cap. All right, there we go. We want to make sure we get it placed pretty well. And then I'm going to throw a press cloth over the top of it. And I'm going to take my little heat press and I'm going to press 8 to 10 seconds on the front. And I will go over from the back and also press 8 to 10 seconds from the back to get a truly permanent fuse. I've never been this impressed with a permanent adhesive that you iron on, because I'm a picker. I seem to I can always pick it off. All right, so that, and then let me turn this over to the back. And now I'll just press from the back of the hat.
All right, so sorry.
And I'm going to rush the cooling process a little bit here.
It was funny because the next person through the door ended up buying the Celebrate, but I was like, oh no, I'm going to sell the Victory. But I didn't. Which card should we grab the?
All right, so it's looking pretty good, huh?
That it's right. Now, so, you know, it probably did, but I was so frustrated, because here's the thing. So we went through all this crap to have my daughter do it for me, and the one that was sent to her was the wrong one. This is the one we wanted sent to her. So I was just playing around last night to see. I did, but it's crooked.
Okay, so
So,
you need to use your ribs.
I did, and it's.
Okay.
Because I think it was.
So now I'm going to kind of shape my hat back again.
Thing is, I would put the shirt on.
And again, let it cool all the way. But isn't that cute?
Right,
Look at that.
looks good. My husband.
So now you can do patches on the hoop. And we have it in lots of different colors for you in the Poly Patch 12. And Patch Attach is also sold in a 10-yard long patch, but 10-yard long roll. But we do sell it by the yard. So you should come in and try some.